Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's Keo again, obviously. Surprisingly, I'm getting a whole bunch of subscribers, so I gotta keep up there, and I just want to appreciate all the fans out there. Keep sending me my emails. Keep telling me what y'all want to hear, what y'all want to talk about. One of the topics I'm gonna talk about in this that it's interesting. If somebody brought it up, it's the decks, but budget decks versus non-budget decks, like how can I say this, like jank versus meta, I can say, however you want to clarify it. To me, what I would consider budget is something maybe in the brackets of $50 and lower, no more than that, okay? Because even though it's going to be, you can make a lot of decks with $50 and lower, because think about it, if you really want to get technical, Solemn Warning just came out, what, 2 sets ago, and niggas is playing that Machina Fortress shit hard body with the gadgets. So I don't want to hear just because you put Solemn Warning in the deck or Pot of Duality in the deck, it makes the deck good. No. Why it makes the deck good now? Because it's a new card that came out. Eventually there'll be a better card that comes out, and then Pot of Duality and Solemn Warning will be trash. What else? What is my particular favorite out of both decks? I would have to say I'll go with budget decks. Why? Because budget decks, they lead to more creativity. Okay? I could consider myself, I'm a competitive player, but I think I'm more on a deck builder type style than a player, only because I love to deck build. Regardless, that's like my favorite shit. You could sit there, anybody would sit there and be like, yo, Keo, I want you to make a deck out of this, and I'll try my hardest for me. Why? Because that's what I love to do, that's what I entertain myself with. With non-budget decks, it's like you're going to ride the meta, because you're going to waste money, and you're going to put all your money, time, and effort into something that wins. You're not going to waste money into something that loses, because that'll make you a fucking fool. Common sense, duh. Okay, so with that being said, one of my favorite budget decks would have to be it's a good budget deck that I like. I like the Machina shit, but my favorite would have to be the Mech Lords. Yeah. Mech Lords was just smacking people, and it was just really good. It was an OTK splash game, that's it. Another deck I can honestly sit there and say that was one of my favorites was Dark Gaia OTK. I don't know if y'all remember that. That was a good deck, it was just based around commons. Magical Explosion. There's like I said, there's a lot of decks out there. Final Countdown, I got one of my regional invites because of it. Monarchs altogether, you figure you value every Monarch at $5 a piece, right? And this is before formulas came out. So you figure that's basically a budget deck all on its own. I mean, it only just got expensive because of the formulas and people want to synchro with it. But it's still just as powerful without it, and you waste less cards if you don't focus on synchroing. What else? I mean, there's a lot of good budget decks out there. I can't really say, like, let me see here. I'm really gonna think hard on this one. Right now I'm working on batteries. Batteries is pretty good. That's off the top of my head for now. That's what I'm gonna think about. Now, my favorite meta deck. Wow. Hold on. Okay, we're good. My favorite meta deck would have to be I think it's going to be a tie. I think it's going to be a tie between Black Wings and wow, this is really hard because I don't play meta. Fuck it. I'm just going to say Black Wings. Why I say Black Wings? Because Black Wings is the only shit that it got hit again, hit some more, and wait, let's make garbage cards to come out for Black Wings, but still not give them no shot, and yet they still competitive. They still fight and they still competitive. And when Rescue Cat format fucking came out, that was the only dominant fucking deck. When Samurais fucking came out, that was still one of the fucking damn dominant decks. When all this other shit came out, every time a new meta deck came out, Black Wings was right behind it with some fucking secret text. I don't know. To me, I think that's really good. I don't know. Again, I wanted to go with Six Samurais. Six Samurais was one of my favorite decks before the whole Kagemusha, Bridge Dig, Great Shogun. No, I liked it, you know, Iru, I liked the Zanji, Yaichi Grandmaster, Great Shogun Shin. I like shit like that. That was my shit. I guess that's basically it. You know, I guess I would have to sit there and say Samurais and Black Wings. Now I already explained why Black Wings. Why Samurais? Because Samurais, okay, Samurais to me was like basically like Infernities or Black Wings at its prime, or GBs at its prime. When GBs had 3 Bestiaries, when Black Wings had 3 Gales and all that shit, it was just broken. Like, they had to drop shit. They had to drop the gateway to 1. You had 3 gateways, you're going nuts. That's it. Oh, another one of my favorite budget decks was Forgo TK. My fault, I forgot to add that one. That was one of my favorites. But anyway, back to the meta deck. Yeah, with Prince, I would probably sit there and say that it has to be Samurais and Black Wings. Above all else. So I guess that's my thoughts. What do I would work on more? I would work on budget decks more, because there's nothing more rewarding than to make a deck, not even $25, bust somebody's ass, and then look at them. Yeah, that's game. They got warnings, pot of duality, all that shit. They go tight. And you know what they wind up doing? They wind up selling the deck. I guess that's the only reason why you can sit there and why meta deck's good, because when you lose with them, you can sit there and get profit off of them. That's it. I think that's the only reason why they're good. But anyway, I'm going to get off this. This is going to be my first video of the night. I should be making about a couple of more. Let's just see what happens, alright? Keep them comments coming. I'm going to sit there. I want to start doing interviews with people. I want to sit there and hit up a lot of people that went to nationals and give me their feedback on what they thought, like how their competitor was. You can hit me back up with that. And that's it. Alright, peace.